All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Happy Friday, everyone. Good morning, guys. Let me just get you guys over here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, everyone. Let me just make sure you guys can hear and see me all good. Good afternoon from Sydney. Good afternoon, man. Good afternoon. Good morning from Texas. Good morning, David. Good morning from Texas. Cool. Texas is a cool place. I've never been to Texas. I would absolutely love to go to Texas. Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Friday, guys. Hope everyone's had a good week in the markets. Seeing if we can end the week off strong here as well. We ended up having that nice retracement higher on gold yesterday, guys. There were some great longs, but I actually missed the longs. You guys saw in the Asian market call I did yesterday. Unfortunately, I have no idea why. I just hesitated on the gold buys, even though we had a long bullish bias up into these highs here below these hourly lows, which was about a 280 tick trade. But to be honest, I hesitated and I missed it. And I was kicking myself yesterday, but I said, you know what? It happens. Locked myself out and went about the day. Good afternoon from Melbourne. Good afternoon, man. What's going on, Sean? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Oh, my YouTube is echoing. Thank you, Bruno. There we go. Should be good. Should be good. Audio and video good. Awesome. Thank you, man. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, guys. If any guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. Been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. So good to be back on with you guys. Good morning from Canada. Wow, amazing. I didn't realize so many Zoom guys. You guys on Zoom are on the late night grind. Good morning from Canada. Cool. Canada is my absolute next dream country to want to visit. I would love to go and visit Canada. Canada and the States. Yeah, that's my next goal. Travel trading destination is to travel and trade in Canada. That would be cool. But yeah, you end up having this nice breakout on gold yesterday. We had nice breaks and longs, you guys on Zoom, back above 47.50 for price to come up and liquidate these highs here. And what I was basically thinking is, you probably get a lot of people trying to short here on gold, risking off these highs. And what do we know gold loves to do? Loves to come up and manipulate highs before potentially pushing lower or potentially pushing higher. However, what we know is there's a high chance that these levels need to be grabbed. Now, I didn't take these gold buys. However, I did take some nice silver longs. I took some nice silver longs from down here to catch this move up. And again, looking at gold and silver, silver was actually nice. It was nicer looking than gold yesterday. I wasn't really too convinced with the downside on these markets yesterday. I know some of the guys were looking at shorts on gold, shorts on silver, but to be honest, I was more so looking for longs. Why was I looking for longs? Well, because you were down below previous daily lows as soon as market opened. And below daily lows is the level where I know price can potentially reverse, which is what we ended up doing pretty perfectly. Why is this background music not playing? Let me get this on for you guys. There we go. Should be good. Should be good. So yeah, I did take silver longs yesterday. I didn't take gold longs. But silver ended up having a great push higher. Gold ended up having a nice retracement back higher as well. So we'll see what we get on these markets for the day. We do have some news coming up today as well, which we will have a look at before we do anything. You guys who are trading Asia today, did you guys take any Asia trades today? Where are we? Where's Asia? I doubt it. Bit of a morning star play. Maybe you took longs here. Maybe you got a break even. Yes, nice. What did you get, David? What did you get? What do you guys get? Took those break-even longs. Nice. Good trade. Plus 128 US dollars. Nice. Nice. Took that to create the daily bottom wick. Nice. Oh, you took the short to create the bottom wick? Like here. Nice. Oh, it's top wick. Sorry, I don't know. I read that as bottom wick. Yeah, nice. Price to come up and create that top wick. Nice. Yeah, break even. Yeah. Did you guys take this trade here? Looks pretty nice. Like this. I like this trade. Didn't really work out and didn't really drive, but this looks nice. This looks nice. If you took this trade, you probably close as this hourly fails to close above wicks all the way back down below. Maybe you close there, minor loss, break even maybe. To me, that's a nice trade. Yeah, nice. A few guys took that trade. Good job. Good job. Good job. So let's have a look here, guys. Let's see. Took shorts on the pullback at 7 p.m. Oh, this one, nice. You take this little move down, Ben, which is nice. You had a pretty huge sell-off back below to come down and retrace some of this move. I like that. I like that. Took this long at 5 a.m. Where are we, man? 5 a.m. hourly. These longs here. Yeah, again, I think that was a good shot. I think it was worth a shot. Actually, I think that's a nice trade. I'm surprised, to be honest, to see gold squeezing down this low. I was actually looking to potentially buy this 7 a.m. candle. Because we do have some nice upside targets, which we'll have a look as well. Before we do anything, guys, let's have a quick look at the news, see what we got for the day. And we'll start to break down gold. We'll look at gold, we'll look at NQ, we can look at silver, we can look at all these markets here this morning, guys. See what we got before this news coming out today. We're on long silver now. Let's have a quick look. Not yet. Silver just tagged highs and closed bearish back below VWAP. So not yet. We've got time. Let's have a look here. So main events for today in the American session, we have Canadian employment report and US CPI data. The Canadian employment report is expected to show 15,000 jobs added in March compared to minus 83.9 thousand prior month, and unemployment rate to tick higher to 6.8 versus 6.7 prior. What do we have here? Recent data has been pointed to weaker economic activity and elevated uncertainty with risks to growth tilted to the downside. The US-Iran war is expected to weigh even more on economic activity and put upward pressure on inflation. Now, for CPI, expected at 3.4 versus 2.4. A spike in headline inflation is widely expected due to the US-Iran war, so markets will likely look through the March report. And what time is that coming out? That's coming out at London time, which I don't think is going to do too much to the market, because I assume we're already expecting what we got. 1:30 London time. We got that CPI news coming out, which wouldn't be too surprised to see if you see some big moves before that, to be honest. What do we have overnight here? Trump, this was 9 hours ago. You'll see oil start flowing with or without the help of Iran. So yeah, the hot topic is obviously still this war news coming out. So let's have a look at gold at technicals here, guys. Remember, news coming out 1:30 London time, so be aware of that time. I do think you could get some nice moves before that. Gold on the daily time frame, guys. We did good morning, Alan. Good morning, man. We did get this nice bullish close yesterday. We tagged previous day lows and we closed bullish. You know, shorting yesterday would have been nice, shorting down into daily lows, but as soon as you hit these daily lows, you know, gold's still overall bullish. Look at last week's candle close. Did last week close bearish or bullish? We closed very bullish. We had a morning star play and closed bullish. So we're still pushing higher here on gold. Daily time frame is not. Let's get rid of some. We'll do some fresh liquidity levels for the day. Let's clean this up a bit. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of all of this, and we'll do some fresh analysis here. So we got gold currently on the daily time frame trapped in between 4,800 and 4,750. Great buys on gold yesterday above 4,750, and now we're kind of holding this 4,800 as resistance. So there's not much of a daily bias. The only thing I do like on this daily is the fact that yesterday tagged lows and closed bullish. So there is the potential to come up and grab yesterday's high on gold. I would say as long as we hold above 4,750, ideally I would like to be buying gold. I would like to be buying gold. Now, if we adjust yesterday's high and we look to the left, what do we have here? We kind of have a bit of a double top. Kind of got a bit of a double top here. Maybe you get some sellers here risking off these highs, and maybe price can come back up to that high into the New York session. In terms of what could we see for London? Well, if this was a true liquidity grab here, we would have pushed up already. But the fact that we're coming near to this Asia low, to me, there's a chance that we fill in this wick before either going higher or you break 750 and go lower. But for London, there is potential shorts to come down and hit this Asia low. Ideally, I would like to be buying gold, but to be honest with the way the daily's looking, I can be pretty neutral today. I don't really have that much of a daily bias, so I want to let the intraday charts kind of show me a little bit more. Yeah, it is. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it is. Yeah, nice spot. It's got a bit of a double bottom there as well. So potential gold shorts back down into 60s-ish. Back down into 47.60. Let's have a look at this lower time frame. So previous 30-minute just closed back below VWAP, holding it, trying to squeeze lower. It's a little bit tricky here because, to be honest, this looks like a little bit of a head and shoulders, doesn't it? Looks like a bit of an inverse head and shoulders. You got some resistance sitting above. Let's see. Let's see. I want to be. He didn't really grab that much to the highs either. You can see he didn't really grab too much. So I want to be more. I want to be very neutral today. With that being said, as it stands right now, as long as we hold below this VWAP, I'd want to be shorting. You know, buying off it would have been great. Didn't quite get back above. So if you trade below it, you retest, you're squeezing lower. Let's see. Let's see. I am very surprised on gold, which I do think you will get back up to. How if this was going to be a true sell-off, what do we know that gold always loves to do? It loves to come up and manipulate highs before selling off. And whenever this hasn't happened, that can usually be our trade direction. But we could also do the same thing to the downside. Same as the trades that we called, I think it was Tuesday. Same again yesterday. What does price love to do? Loves to, before the bigger reversal yesterday, what did we do? We came down, tagged the lows. And look here how we hadn't grabbed any of the highs. So we put it onto the highest point of the range. This is what Goldie loves to do. Loves to come down, tag the lows. Then where do you come to next? Right back for the highs here. Whenever you leave them double tops, that's your direction. Same thing here again. Mini range within here. Comes down, tags lows, pushes higher. So we could be looking to play something similar here today as well. It also happened earlier in the week where I took a short on fast markets for the exact same thing. Shorting down into the fact that price needs to come down and grab the lows. Before then, where do you come to? Again, it's happened literally all week. You come right back for the highs. So you come down, tag the lows, straight back for the highs. Same here yesterday, come down, tag the lows, comes to the highs, tag the lows, come straight back for the highs. So let's see. Let's see. Whether we come this low, we'll see. We'll see. If we can get short, fantastic. How big of a range would this be? It's like a 160 tick range. Kind of worthwhile. I do prefer if we break back above VWAP with the daily being bullish. I would have more confidence to buy. With that being said, though, I can be neutral. I can be a little bit neutral here today on gold. I can be neutral. So let's have a look. Let me see your guys' questions. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning. Good morning. Went long at the hourly breakout at 5 a.m. on gold, but cut the loss after the next hour close. Yeah, I like that trade. Let me just bring this to here. I like that trade. Longs at 5 a.m. You had a pretty decent fake out. Look at this. You had some nice support. You broke it. You broke straight back above. So, yep, I like that. I like that. Cut it at small loss. As soon as the candle tags highs and closes back bearish, yeah, you can get out of that trade pretty quick. The only thing is, you know, it is buying at resistance. That's the only concern. You're just buying at resistance. But that being said, it's still worth a shot. Because you're buying at resistance, maybe you might want to take that trade at reduced risk. Because it is also a bit of range. You've been doji, bearish, bullish. So took the same trade, cut it after the 30-minute evening star. Nice. Let me see. So if you took this, yeah, nice. Yeah, see, that's perfect. See, if you took the trade, like, let's say around here. So as it tags highs, closes bearish, yeah, you can take a small loss there. It's absolutely worth a shot. You got nice liquidity targets above. You had a nice hourly fake out. It's definitely worth a shot. I would also take that trade and take that loss. What I comprehend from yesterday, if the daily bar is going down, then the daily buy should be down, or is it because the candle is doing nothing? Could it be long too? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. So if the daily bar is going down, then daily buy should be down. Your daily bias isn't based off how current candles are looking, if that's what you mean. Your daily bias is based off previous candle closures. Because if you try and make judgment off this close and it's pushing down, you try and go short, that's not what matters. I think what matters is how the previous day candle closed. How the previous day candle closed tells us how to trade today. How this current candle looks doesn't really mean too much. Same as, you know, like if you get this daily breaking out and this candle is coming down like this to create the bottom wick and you try and short because that's how the daily candle's looking, you'll miss out on the longs. When really you want to be buying because the previous day was bullish. So when this bottom wick's being created, I'm buying. Same as this. When this daily bottom wick's being created, I'm buying gold here because the previous days were very bullish. So I wouldn't worry too much about the fact this current daily's pushing down because it's not closed. We're nowhere near closing. This day's got, you know, hours and hours, 12 plus hours till it's going to close. So what you really want to be focusing on is how did the previous day close? Well, it tagged lows and closed bullish. So ideally, we want to be buying today. Ideally. But with that being said, you know, the daily bias isn't clear. Why? Because you also kind of had a huge wick rejection and held resistance. So you're holding resistance, holding support. The daily's in a bit of a range, to be honest. The daily bias is a bit neutral right now. Like I say, I'm open to longs and shorts. If we break out here on gold, I think we could fill this range pretty quick. I'm not going to chase it from here, though. Would have been great to short this breakout. Well, we've just jumped on, so let's see if we can pull back and squeeze these lows. Because any rejection from here, you could bring in some early buyers risking off these lows. So therefore, what could gold potentially do? Could come down, tag lows before then, maybe we see that push. And maybe we can just take advantage of that short and make, you know, 100 plus ticks with CPI later on as well. Let's see here, Philip. Let's see, man. Let's see. Evening Star. What time frame is this? Well, time frame. I can't see. What time frame is that trade, Philip? I don't know why it's not showing. 30-minute. I think it's more so just a bit of a range, to be honest. It's not a bad trade by any means. I think it's more so just it's more so a range. Trying to identify 30-minute patterns in a range, you know, like, you know, you can get chopped up a lot. So yeah, to me, it's more of a range. The reason I'm saying that is because, look, if you tried to take these 30-minute fake outs, didn't work. 30-minute fake out didn't work. Evening star pattern here didn't work. So although the evening star pattern here worked, it's like we look at more times than not in these ranges, they don't work. So we have to look at what matters more. And there's no real liquidity grab here as well. You know, you'd be selling a third touch of a trend line. That's the complete opposite to what we want to be doing. So personally, I wouldn't take that short. You've also here tag lows, broken higher. So you're tagging lows, you're breaking bullish. I think if anything, this would be more likely to go higher. So yeah, personally, I wouldn't short that. I wouldn't short that. Just think about what works more times than not. Is if you have a trend line coming down and you're tagging lows and you're closing bullish, we would want to be buying. Yeah, 30-minute morning star here as well. Could have been nice for some longs. You know, maybe if this candle wicked out some highs here, then, you know, then great. Then you could short if you really wanted to. But if you haven't grabbed any highs, then we definitely don't want to short. That would be trading against the whole plan. Hi Aaron, hello. How come you chose to stay in Marbella for so long? We just wanted to get set up, to be honest. I've never been here before. We thought we would like it, and just wanted to just get set up for a while. It's kind of hard always. Look at gold squeezing down here, guys. It's kind of hard always living out of a suitcase all the time. Like, I need to be unpacked and set up to be able to mentally focus. So to me, it's like whenever we're kind of traveling around now, we're trying to get set up for at least like a month at a time. Traveling around living out of a suitcase all the time, like after a while, does get very tough. What makes Australia better? Oh, that is. Where do I begin? I think Australia is far better. I just prefer the lifestyle in Australia. It's very materialistic here. I mean, it's probably not Spain in general, but Marbella is extremely materialistic, whereas Australia is much more just chilled. People are nicer, laid back lifestyle, way nicer beaches, nicer weather. It's the whole lifestyle of Australia that to me is, yeah, I much prefer it. Much prefer it. Not cost of, yeah, cost of living is way better in Australia, by far. Way better. You'll spend way more here in Marbella than you will in Australia, that's for sure. Easily. Australia is really not expensive. When you leave Australia, you realize it's not expensive at all. With the currency conversion, it's not. I spend way more here than I would in Australia easily. But yeah, to me, Australian beaches are just incredible as well. Beaches don't even come close to. Beaches are still nice here, but to Australia beaches, yeah, it honestly doesn't come close. Sorry, Spain viewers. I like Spain. I don't not like Spain, but compared to Australia, it's honestly not even a comparison. Let's have a look at let's have a look at silver. See what we got on silver. Yeah, exactly, Sean. Yeah, it's. Let's have a look at silver. So, 100 ticks for me, paid. Let's get rid of some of these levels here on silver. Silver had some very nice longs yesterday. The reason silver longs were nicer than gold longs yesterday is because you still closed bullish above resistance and you had a very nice liquidity grab on the daily. If you guys saw, I did post on Instagram, I bought silver yesterday. I made like $5,000 buying silver up for a very nice play. And now silver here, you kind of have 1, 2, 3 daily equal highs. So silver also looks much nicer than gold for longs, even though we're selling off right now. Look at this, you had this nice grab of the daily lows. You have previous, this is where I was getting long from silver, around here, buying this move up. We're selling off pretty decent right now, which kind of makes it tough because the daily is telling me long, but intraday selling off pretty aggressively here. The reason I wouldn't want to short silver is because I'm selling right into support with some liquidity grabs. If I was going to take a short in these markets, it would be gold because you haven't grabbed the lows. We got London Open in 5 minutes here as well, guys. Silver, I'm probably not going to short the next hour. Gold, there is the potential. Let's see. What's the number one tip you would give for trading gold? Ooh, good question. Number one tip for trading gold. Good question. It's hard to give more one tip, but understand gold's characteristics in terms of grabbing previous highs or lows. If gold hasn't had that manipulation, then it is going to have it. Try and get really good at reading this manipulation on gold, where you tag previous lows and then you push up, tag lows and push up, or tag highs and sell off. Get really good at reading that on gold, and that's going to help you to understand gold. And if it hasn't had them grabs, then that's your trading direction. Gold does require patience as well, but if you can be patient with gold, it can give you amazing, amazing trades. Let's see, we've got London coming up here, guys. Hey Aaron, hello. Do you pay attention to weekly or mainly daily? No, definitely. Weekly is very important, 100%. The weekly was very important for this week, actually. Yeah, tip number one. Yeah, tip number one, trade micros. Yes, exactly, bro. Tip number one is do not over leverage on gold and do not fight gold. If gold's going up, gold's going up. If gold's going down, gold's going down. People try and fight gold too much and you just get manipulated. Anytime you think, surely gold can't go higher, surely gold can't go lower, I promise you, it absolutely can. It absolutely can. But yeah, weekly is very important, 100%. This is the reason I was actually buying gold early this week, because we're buying up into weekly highs. We spoke about that on Monday as well. We're buying up into last week's high. Same as previous week, we were buying up into last week's high because you had a huge weekly rejection holding support. So we were buying last week up into the highs. Same as this week, I was buying this week up into the weekly highs. So yeah, weekly is still very important. Even though we're not swing trading, it's still important to understand my overall direction for the week. So for example, let's say today on, this is where gold gets tricky because the daily is a little bit messy. Daily is a little bit messy. Weekly here, what does this week look like? Let's say this weekly close is more so like a bigger wick rejection, then how could next week look? Well, next week could look like a bit of a evening style play to come down into the lows, and we could be targeting down here. So yes, weekly time frame is very, very, very important to understand my higher time frame levels. And then I'm using my intraday to trade up into them. So yeah, weekly is and hourly as well. I think you said daily and 30-minute. No, all time frames are important, to be honest. All time frames, multi-time frame analysis. Oh, where have I gone? I'm hidden. There we go. How many times on average will it grab the low or high before pushing? Every time on gold. You'll always see gold grab highs or lows before pushing up or down. You tag lows, you push up. Here, you tag lows, you push up. You haven't grabbed the highs, so what do? You come down, tag lows, and then you push higher. Anytime you're going to see that big move on gold, you're always going to come up and tag previous highs or lows. Look at this, what do? Tag the highs, sell off. Which you haven't actually really done yet here, which is quite surprising. Which is why I'm still open to gold potentially going higher. Like even here, tag lows, you push up. Tag lows, you push up. You rejected, never grabbed the highs, so what do? Come up and tag down levels. This is what gold loves to do. And our job is to understand these levels and trade into them. Again, like I say, we were shorting on fast markets on Tuesday for price because price hadn't grabbed the lows. So I was shorting down into this liquidity grab. And I actually could have bought out of it, and that also would have given a great trade. We'll look at NQ as well, guys. We've got London Open coming up in 30 seconds. We're going to get a decent breakout here on gold. You may get this next hour opening up, pulling back, and then see if we can potentially get short. Potential shorts on gold. Let's have a look. NQ sell-off. Yep, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. See what we get. Let's have a look. So we're going to get that nice breakout there on gold. Let's see if gold can pull back. Silver also breaking out. I'm not a huge fan of shorting silver, but I do prefer these shorts on gold. If we get a little bit of a pullback here on gold, I may see if we can get short. Where would I want to see a pullback into? Maybe just back up into these wicks here. You kind of see at a nice breakout here. If we get gold to pull back into here, I would look to short. I won't short from here just because the risk reward isn't really worth it. But if we can get back up into here, I'm going to see if there's a potential short here on gold. Let's have a look at NQ for this London Open as well. Remember yesterday, guys, I said on NQ, same as ES, that I personally wouldn't be shorting these markets. I mean, look what we did. We tagged lows, right at the New York Open, held support, and had a massive breakout. So if you were here yesterday, I said I wouldn't be shorting these markets. There was potential downside levels, which some of them got hit, but ideally, we would be looking to buy. And what did you do? You came right back up for the level. So look at that. Great buys on NQ yesterday. Why would you be buying NQ? Well, look at the previous day. It was very bullish. Whereas a lot of guys were asking, should we sell yesterday? And I was saying, personally, I absolutely wouldn't short that because the markets are bullish. The markets are not only bullish, they're very bullish. And if I try and short a bullish market, that to me is going to be a tilt trigger. And I have to understand my tilt triggers. So good continuation longs. Yesterday on NQ came down, tag lows, closed bullish right at 25,000. So 4 o'clock London time. Phenomenal push. Absolutely phenomenal push. Now, how did we close yesterday? Again, you're asking NQ sell-off question mark. I mean, we're bullish. We're bullish. It's sells in this market just don't even cross my mind. As soon as you see this daily breaking out here, you're buying here, here, and here. Until it doesn't work, I'm buying this. Until the daily closes bearish and tells me otherwise, I would want to be buying here. Personally, I wouldn't want to be a seller here. I would let the sells happen and I would look for continuation longs. Same as here, you know, I would let this happen. I go, that's fine. I'm not trying to short. I don't really care about catching that move because the real move is what I want, and that is that. So same thing here today is you may see a little bit of a squeeze lower. Like you may pull back and I'm not saying you can't grab some lows. Like you could easily pull back and grab some lows. But for me personally, I would let that happen and then I would just look to buy. So yeah, you could come down and squeeze some lows here on NQ. But for me personally, it wouldn't be my short. Oh damn, Goldie's selling off there, guys. I wanted to see a little bit of a pullback. But if we instantly squeeze these lows, then maybe there's longs. Let's see. The more you reject from here, the more buyers you'll try bring in. If we do squeeze these highs, then I will still see if we can Still see if we can sell this. I can't long or short right here just yet. What time is it? We've got London Open here. Good morning, chaps. Good morning, man. Good morning. Good morning. And remember, guys, we do have news today as well. We got big news at 1:30 London time. Big news at 1:30 London time. We got what time? Yeah, 1:30 London time. We got CPI today. CPI 1:30 London time, 2:30 Spain time. So you're trying to wick back above here. You just hit some previous hourly lows here on gold. Just tagged hourly lows. So you're trying to find some support, which I guess makes sense. Why? Because if we look to the left, all of these wicks, this is big support. This is big support. NQ looks like you may roll over. Silver as well. No, don't do much. Hey Aaron, hello. What do you think about starting a challenge account and documenting the process of passing the steps? Not live trading, it's be a video too. Yeah, I mean I could. I mean it's not going to really show too much, to be honest. It's just the same thing we're doing right here. Same as when I show the payouts. Like it's same thing here, to be honest. Like there's no like secret steps or anything like that. It's the same thing. Same thing I'm doing here. There's no difference really, to be honest, other than trading here with you guys, showing all the payouts. It's same thing. You'd be exposed. Yeah, exactly. I'd get exposed. It's the same thing I'm doing here. Like if I show you guys this account here, I've been trading this super consistent. This month is, you know, already nice. It's just a same thing. Same thing. But it's $900 week last week, $1,000 week this week. I missed out on the gold buys yesterday. To go silver on the personal, I missed out on the buys yesterday, and then we'll see what we get here today. But it's the same thing. NQ 25,200. Let's have a look, man. 25,200. 25,200. Yeah, I think so. Previous hourly lows looks like a nice. Previous hourly looks like a nice downside target. It's pretty messy though, but that's just my higher time frame hourly. I mean, yeah, hourly did close pretty bearish, but it did close bearish right at support, with the daily being overall bullish. It's kind of NQ's a bit tough for me, to be honest. But don't let me talk you out, man. You're the Alan's the NQ goat. Still looking at the 1 minute, nice. It's already had a pretty decent move down. How much has this moved down? 65 points already. Gold trying to get back above here as well, guys. If I was shorting gold, I'd be short against the hourly lows. You're hitting hourly lows and starting to reject here already. With the previous hourly being doji for 1, 2, 3 hours. Bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. So we've kind of been in this range in gold for 7 hours. I know this is a nice breakout, but look how we just hit previous hourly lows and are instantly rejecting in an overall range. Like that's a pretty decent grab and a bullish breakout. That's a pretty decent grab. Put him in timeout. Let's see. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Has Bitcoin been pushing high with that news? Not really. He had a great again. He had some great pushes on stocks. Meta is moving beautifully. How did Meta close yesterday? Let me have a look. Let's have a look. How did we close yesterday on Meta? Where did we close? Meta closed yesterday around 62,839. That's a very, very, very nice push. Meta's up beautifully. Up around like 17% on Meta longs. Was also shared in Discord as well. Be interested to see what Meta does today. It looks like it might have a bit of a bit of a pullback on stocks today, maybe. Meta had a great push. Amazon also, wow, look at Amazon yesterday. Who bought Amazon? Amazon, again, was a great buy. Bought Amazon around like 205. Amazon closed yesterday at 233. You guys hopefully were accumulating Amazon again. Spoke of all bats in Discord. Amazon's up also like 15%. Amazon longs looking beautiful. What a closure yesterday. I didn't see how big that was. What's Tesla at? Is Chow here? What's Tesla at? Tesla 345. Tesla's a pretty interesting level, to be honest. I don't own any Tesla. Tesla 345 is interesting. What do you have? Apple squeezed in higher. How did Nvidia close yesterday? Nvidia closed 183. Adobe back down again. Adobe is, what a stock. Adobe is a crazy stock. Back down to 230. Crazy. Crazy. How did Robinhood close yesterday? Not too much. Massive. Who got long on Amazon? Amazon's having a great push. Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin also having a bit of a nice bounce. I have bought some Bitcoin, but I would like to buy more Bitcoin around 60s. But I do own some Bitcoin, not very much. I would like to buy more if we do get lower. Let's have a look, you guys. Let's have a look. Silver. What are we doing? Silver trying to get back higher. If we get fake out buys, fantastic. I would be more than happy to buy this. I'd have to see a decent 30-minute breakout to want to take fake out longs here. But if we do take fake out longs, that would be my preferred trade because the daily is bullish and it would give us around 250 ticks. But you can see here on gold, we're selling off, we're back up, we're down, we're up, we're down, we're up. What about Microsoft? Yeah, let's have a look. Good question. How did Microsoft close yesterday? I did buy some Microsoft as well. Microsoft is too cheap to not buy. Where are we? Microsoft, yeah, still trading around 37.3. I like Microsoft back up into like 400, 420s, maybe even 440s again. Not really doing too much. I'm long for about 380. Don't really want to buy too much more on Microsoft. But yeah, it's accumulated nicely. Obviously, you had that huge sell-off in Microsoft in January. Massive sell-off. But again, it's still, 373 for a stock like Microsoft. It's still, it's a very, very interesting level. Very, very interesting level. I personally was more interested by more Meta and Amazon, but I do own some Microsoft. But yeah, I like Microsoft longs as well. Nice. Yeah, Amazon had a great push yesterday. Great push. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Nick. Good morning. Locked out my extra phase. Always find it difficult to get clean moves pre-CPI or pre-NFB. Yep. Good job, Sean. Good job, man. Nice, Alad. Taking a payout lock on the account. Good man. Intel's on a good run. Yes, I know. I missed Intel, unfortunately. I did miss Intel, unfortunately. SoFi. What's the ticker for, Alad? What's the ticker, man? Let me have a look. SoFi. Maybe it's just SoFi. Let me see. Gold. Let's see if we find some resistance here to potentially short. If we break back above, maybe there's longs. SoFi. Don't really know much about the stock, but it's at a big level, a very, very big level. Yeah, it's looking very bearish right now. Again, I don't own any SoFi, but it is looking pretty bearish. It's had how much are we down from January? We're down like 50%. I don't really know too much about that stock. It could be interesting. I don't really know too much about it though. Definitely one to watch. Yeah, you'd want to see a decent breaker structure before even considering buying that. Same as Adobe. I've been looking to buy Adobe, but Adobe's just been getting sold off more and more. It's crazy stock. If we don't sell off from here, guys, if we start to break back above, like I say, I would prefer to buy gold. My preferred direction is gold longs. But we're not really doing that much in here. I think any trades taken in here, you're just going to keep taking loads of unnecessary break-evens. You know, if we sold, we would have taken a break-even. If we bought, you would take break-even as well. I think we need to see a little bit more of a breakout than this. Did backtesting yesterday on 5-minute opening range trade. Didn't take it, but would have been nice. I don't know, man. I don't. If you think it looks nice, great. I don't know. I don't trade that, so I don't really know. How does it work over 100 trades, man? You can't just pick one trade and say it looks nice. I don't know. I don't know what the technicals are. All I can see here, man, is just a 5-minute open high, 5 open low, and a breakout. I guess any trade breaking out can look nice looking back, but I don't know what the technicals is. Where's the liquidity grabs, daily bias, morning even stars, fake outs? It's not something I use, man. So I honestly can't say. Could look nice, but I don't know. I don't trade that. Trying to get lower here on Goldie. Silver back at the VWAP. If we do get that break back below aggressively, then fantastic, I'll short. I want to see us reclose back below this sort of intraday resistance tag lows, just close bullish. If we break back below 70s, then I will look to short. I'll see if we can short. This is a nice close here. We've got the first 15 close. I'm not a huge fan of the 15, but if we get this reclosing back bearish, fantastic. We'll see if we can short. I will take just small size here today because it's pre-CPI. Yeah, look at this. This is a decent breakout. Quick breakout here. Pull back. I'll see if I can short gold back down into these lows here. Because remember, previous hourly did close bearish. Although you're tagging lows and holding support, it did still close bearish. Let's see. We got 16 seconds. When it's pre, nice, Sean, nice. That looks amazing, man. That looks amazing. Let's have a look. NQ. NQ also trying to get back below. Let's see. That's a pretty decent. That's a pretty decent breakout. Let me see if there's potential shorts here on gold. Maybe risking about $70 to make 100. Not bad. Let's see. Let's see. I'm a huge fan of this chop on gold, guys. I'm skeptical we could chop for the whole entire session until that CPI. It would make the most sense. It really would. If we pull back and I can get a sell stop, I'll consider it. Had the 15 close. Again, tagging lows, holding support. Pretty doji. It's not as enough to want to short. I'm going to stay patient here for now, guys. I don't want to FOMO into any of these 5-minute trades when it's not super clear. I want it to make a little bit more sense than this. Yeah, nice. Yeah, sit on my hands for this one. Up this week. We'd like to wait for something good. Yeah, nice, Harry. I think it's a smart trade, to be honest, man. I think if we take a trade here, it's going to be an average quality trade. If I had a combine, maybe I'll just give it a shot on a combine and see how it goes. But yeah, I kind of agree, man. I'm also up for this week. Do I want to ruin my week by taking a average quality, like a C+ setup in this range? Not really, to be honest. Is this an A+ setup? No, not really. So if I was short on gold, this is what I would be looking at. I'm not in this. I'm just having a look here, guys. Like I said, I do prefer the longs. If I want to see longs, I want to see a breakout. Oh, what's the color about to drop? I'm going to do something that's never been done in the trading community before. When was this? Oh, what's the coda dropping? Where are we? Giving away the secret sauce. Ah. Tonight I got something cooking. So we're squeezing back high here, guys. Let's have a look. Nice. For some reason, my losses mostly happen on Friday. Yeah, that's good to know. Good to know. Definitely good to know that. My biggest losses actually used to be on Mondays. But the only reason I'd have losses on Mondays is because I'd had the weekend. I would be so eager to jump into the markets. I'd be just jumping in straight away. But it's good to know. It's definitely good to understand them things. Now I don't really care too much. I don't really have like a typical worst day or typical bad day. I just kind of just try and follow the plan. But if you do find that, you know, Fridays can be not the best of days for you, well, the worst thing you want to do on a Friday is end your week off bad and go into the weekend with a bad loss and just ruin your whole entire weekend. Yeah, Mondays in Asia. I never really trade Mondays in Asia, to be honest. If we break back above it, guys, like I say, my preferred direction is long. But if I want to buy gold, it's going to be on a 30-minute breakout. Minimum. 30-minute candle breaks out, cool. Maybe 8:30 into 9 a.m. we have buys. Yeah, maybe just combine Snow on Friday. I think it's a good idea, man. If you typically find you keep losing on Fridays, then yeah, definitely. If you still want to get a feel for the markets, you still want to watch, yeah, just trade a combine instead. Let's see. 15 trying to get back above here. Went from holding resistance to straight back up. So you're holding support, holding resistance. Here's our range like this. I'm trying not to trade in the middle of the range. If we break above it, cool. Maybe there's longs back up into VWAP and 4,800. Let's have a look, you guys. I may give longs a shot here. I'm much more comfortable to buy gold than sell it because my bias is overall bullish. Overall bullish. But like I say, if I do take a trader, guys, you know, don't just copy. It's not financial advice. I'm just going to see if we can give this a shot, see if it works. I'll manage risk quickly. NQ come back down. Let's see. Silver starting to get back above. Yep, silver also trying to get back above. 30-minute fake out potentially shaping up. Silver also nice support. Let's see. We're trying to wake up here. In 20 seconds, if we break out here, guys, I'm going to see if there's longs into this 30-minute close. How big are these management points? Management around 60 to potentially 170. Because this is ideally what we're trying to target here today. This trend line. But if we're going to get that high, it could take until CPI. So even if we just play this range from, you know, maybe here to here, lock in quick 70 ticks and see how we go. Yeah, literally. Hey Aaron, good morning, good morning, good morning. Euro longs from 17280. Yeah, we can have a look, definitely. Let's have a look. Just want to see if gold is going to give a quick entry here, but we can have a look at the euro. Absolutely. Can have a look at the euro. Let's see. I want to see gold just have a bit of a pullback. If this 5-minute pullback, I'd buy it, but it's an instant top wick, so you'll 30-minute close in 10 minutes. Let's have a look. The euro. So, euro, how did we close yesterday? Closed bullish again, tagged previous highs, holding some resistance. Same as gold. What do? We came up. Came up, tagged the highs, sold off. That was a nice liquidity grab there. Again, euro does the same thing as gold. Loves to come up and tag them previous highs and lows. You got longs off 280. Good to see you sharing the trade, man. Nice to see you sharing the trade. You got long from 280 around here. A TP of 465. Let's see. 17465. Like around 740 around here. Where's your risk of the trade? Where's the risk? For me, intraday is looking a little bit bearish. You had a pretty decent grab here, and previous hourly did just tag highs and close bearish. So it's kind of pretty similar to gold. I would say on the euro, if you just wait for just a bullish closure above, like back above, and again, euro is not going to move that fast. It never does. If you know, euro closure back above 240, then I could see that probably being worth a shot, and then you can get a decent stop loss as well. If this candle tags lows and closes bullish, then yeah, I can see that. The only thing is you did wick daily highs and close bearish. I would kind of give the euro a bit of an if-then situation. If we hold below this support, here support, you've broken it, resistance. So as long as we hold below here, then I wouldn't buy just yet. But I would say to myself, if we close back above, fantastic. Then I got a nice hourly fake out, then I'll give my trade a shot. So I would say if then, around like 72.30. Gold trying to get back above here, guys. We got 30-minute close in 8 minutes as well. First 30-minute close of London. Aaron, how do you manage your loss days? Is it a max amount or a percent or a number of trades? I mean, the worst, like the biggest I'll lose here on my XFA is $800. That's what I kind of have locked in here. That's like a worst case dollar amount scenario for me. But it's more so, it's not necessarily just on a dollar amount or just on a number of trades. Some days I might give my trades 2-3 trades, you know, a chance. Or some days I might just take one trade, take a loss and call it. It's more so about like, how do I feel mentally? Some days I'll, you know, have clear as day targets and I really want to give gold a couple of chances. Sometimes I might jump on and it's not as clear and I might be a little bit more patient. So it's not really a dollar or percent amount. It's a mix of both. You know, I might take a trade, it loses. I'm like, you know what, I'm not really feeling it today, come back tomorrow, regardless of the dollar amount. Like, it's not really, what's the average loss here? Average loss is 124, average win 209. Okay, it's a $400 loss. 2 trades. So it's more so like, it's more so how are the markets moving? If the, you know, how am I feeling mentally? Are the markets ranging? If the markets are ranging for a couple of hours, then I might just walk away. It's a mix of charts and how I feel. I never say to myself, you know what, I got 2 trades every single day, I'm going to take 2 trades every single day. I'm also like, if I have a reason to take 2 trades a day, cool, I'll take it. If I find the markets are ranging on the higher time frame, might just stay more patient. If I don't have much of a daily bias like today and I take a loss, then cool, I might just call it for until Monday. There's a lot of different reasons. 4-hour highs and lows worth marking as liquidity. You can. I don't really. I'm also just looking at the daily levels. I don't use the 4-hour too much. You'll see me just kind of go daily and then just straight to hourly. If you want to look at 4-hour levels, you could. But I mean, if I've got my daily bias, the 4 hours not going to be that different. 4 hours not really going to be. It's not really going to share me anything else. If I've got a daily bias, then I'm like, cool. Here's my daily levels today. Let me just go to the hourly and see how we're breaking out. We could actually get some really nice fake out bias here on gold, guys. This is looking good. We may not even come this low now. If you tag these lows break back above in 4 minutes, I am going to buy gold into that 8:30 into 9 AM close. Yeah, exactly. Charts have, different charts have different 4-hour closes. The 4-hour and the spot chart will close at one time, and the 4-hour and the future chart will close at another time. So like, let me just focus on daily. They're all the same. Daily closures are all the same. Hourly closures are all the same. 30-minute closures are all the same. It just makes it easier. This is looking good here, guys. This is looking good. I'm glad we didn't short this. We're now being patient. We get this closure in 5 minutes. We close bullish here in the 30-minute. Fantastic. We got fake out buys coming in. Buying into that hourly close. Yeah, silver breaking out as well. Let's see. Euro also breaking out, which is nice. Yeah, silver also breaking up. Silver longs today. All the way for the rest of the day, guys. Doesn't have to happen in London. But overall, today, longs on silver back up into 77. Fake out buys on silver back above here. Fake out buys back above 75.8. And again, you have a great range to play. A great range to play. When we get this 30-minute closure on gold in 4 minutes, I want to see the 30-minute come down, tag some lows, and then I'm going to see if we can buy this breakout here on gold. This is looking good. I had to stick around and wait for this to break out, but now it's making much more sense. Same as yesterday, guys. Remember how I was emphasizing yesterday, and again I spoke about this in the Asian market. Remember how yesterday we were emphasizing how when the charts don't really make sense, I'm not really too sure what's going to happen, that's completely fine and wait. For example, here yesterday, don't really know what's going to happen on here. The markets don't know where they're going to go. It doesn't really make sense. However, once we break out here and hold resistance and create liquidity, fantastic. All of a sudden, the markets have gone from I have absolutely no idea what's going on to all of a sudden we have a breakout. We've left some highs. Cool. Clear as day target now. But in here, you don't really know what's going to happen. Same as in here, you don't know what's going to happen. That's fine. Just wait, because it's not going to do that all day. Once it does break out, fantastic. There's your direction following the markets. If we do break out, fantastic. There's our direction following the markets. If ever you jump on, you don't really know what's going to happen, always remind yourself that that is okay. It's not going to happen forever. Don't get FOMO. It takes one candle to break out and all of a sudden the markets make much more sense and it's as clear as day. That's the real key. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, man. Good morning, good morning. Been with Topstep for a while now, but I've just recently found your stream. Appreciate you tuning in. I only trade NQ and a different strategy, but find your streams helpful to watch and now watch every morning. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in. It's good to hear. That's good to hear. Would you consider buying at yeah, buying a resistance because you got upside targets. Same as the sells. Where are the sells on Tuesday? Same as the shorts on Tuesday. I'm selling at support, but I'm selling at support because you haven't grabbed the lows. If you haven't grabbed the highs yet, I'll still buy at the resistance. I'll just be open to managing quicker. Silver as well. Yeah, silver also looks good. I think if silver breaks out, you're buying into the breakout. You're buying into the liquidity. Same as yesterday. So you took the buys yesterday that we called. You're buying into the breakout. So it's like, yeah, you're buying a resistance, but you're also buying a support. So that was the nice buys on silver. Same as the gold longs yesterday as well. You're buying into the breakout. You're buying into the fact that gold loves to come up and grab the liquidity. That was the perfect gold trade from yesterday. Into that New York session. Great buys. Were longs against daily bias? No, I didn't really have much of a daily bias yesterday, man. Daily bias was just, there wasn't really much. When you close doji, then you tag lows and instantly broke out. So tagging lows and break it out makes me think the daily bias has kind of been and gone. So there wasn't really a daily bias from yesterday. Or if there was, it was shorting into the lows. We hit daily lows and broke bullish. We're getting a nice breakout here on Goldie, guys. Let's see if we get a bottom wick on this next 30 to get long. Let's see if there's some longs coming in here on gold. Bit of a liquidity wick, and I'll see if we can buy here. Silver also breaking out. Look at this, just tag lows, close bullish. You got nice silver longs now shaping up. We have nice Goldie long shaping up here as well. We get a little bit of a pullback. Actually, let me just see if I can just get one. Don't have to be that piggy with it. Doesn't have to be that perfect of an entry. Let me just see if we can get these longs. If we pull back more, I would like to get in for 2 micros because we have had that nice breakout. You just had that 30-minute closure above. So as long as the 30-minute holds above here, I want to be in the trade. Yeah, as long as we hold above here, I want to be in this trade. For price to come for a much deeper push. If we squeeze down lower, I will see if I can get a second contract. I would like to get a second contract, maybe 74s if we can. So you got decent risk management as well. But yeah, my daily bias wasn't really bearish yesterday. That's why I was happy to buy gold and buy silver. My bias wasn't really bearish. Weekly is still overall bullish. Or if my bias was bearish yesterday, it was just just bearish into lows, which got hit very quick and pushed. Management here on gold would be around this VWAP level, but ideally I'm trying to take this for a much bigger push. How do you know you're buying into the breakout? Because you're buying on the closure above. So for gold yesterday, I'm buying into the fact that price needs to come and grab these highs when price starts reclosing back above here. Once this candle recloses back above core, now I'm buying into the breakout, buying into price needing to come up and grab these highs. Kind of same thing here. I'm buying into the breakout because you just tag lows and closed bullish. Same thing here. This was tagging out lows and closing bullish. I'm buying into that breakout because you've got these nice targets above. Going on silver in the combine. Yeah, nice, Sean. Nice. Sounds good. Silver's looking nice as well. The only thing is the previous hourly did close bearish, so we'll just be open to managing. But yeah, you're buying into the breakout based off a candle closure in your favor as well. Exactly the same as the shorts I took on fast markets. If you were on the fast market stream on Tuesday, I was selling into the breakout. selling into the liquidity grab here. That was the short from fast markets on Tuesday. Shorting down into the breakout, into the liquidity grab. Why? Because price had reclosed back below. So there's the candle closing back below. There's my short. Let's have a look, you guys. Let's have a look. See if we're going to get this volume in gold. Remember, we have been pretty slow to start the day, so I am open to managing quick. Just kind of playing this range here. Could have added a little one here. I want to say a little bit more. If we break up from here, you know, stops will be somewhere around here soon. Just give it a little bit of breathing room. Isn't an hourly bearish breakout? Isn't a push up short to lows? It is. It is, but I have more of a bullish. This is more of a bit of an anticipation trade for me here, because the reason I'm not selling gold is because I have much nicer targets above. I think we can see gold at 4,800, and I like this support. So the reason I'm not shorting this on gold is because I like this support for gold to go higher, because you haven't really grabbed any highs. But it is a bit of an anticipation trade, because your job could also be super simple, where you let the candle close above, and then you just buy at 9 AM. You get your confirmation at 8 AM, you buy at 9. I'm just taking it a little bit early as an anticipation trade. So you're re-breaking highs here. But yeah, if you want to wait for, you know, the hourly candle to close bullish, you're not going to miss anything. I'm just going to rip out of nowhere. But for me, I'm happy to give it a shot, because the 30-minute just tagged lows and closed bullish. But again, with that being said, look at this. We do still have resistance here. That's why gold's a little bit tough. You got support here, you got resistance there. It's not the cleanest. It's not the cleanest, but I'm happy to buy up into this anticipation of the hourly confirming a fake out. Let's see, silver getting back above. Yep, silver also getting back above. Again, you'd be looking to manage silver around these highs as well. Did the euro get back above as well? Not quite. Look at that, euro didn't close back above, so euro chopping around. Again, like I say, guys, wait for the if you want the longs on euro, wait for the euro to close more bullish, because you can see even the 30-minute here on the euro didn't quite close above anything, whereas gold did. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's see, Goldie. Just makes sense, exactly. I'm just trading what we see. Don't think too much. Hourly tags, sorry, 30-minute tag, close and close bullish. Cool, buy gold. Nice targets above. Worry about what might happen when we get to it. But we don't want to always worry about what might happen. We want to always trade what we see. What we saw is tagging lows, closing bullish, cool. Take the trade. No, my target on gold's much higher. I might manage around VWAP, but to be honest, I'm trying to play gold for a much bigger push up here. I think we can see gold at 4,800. Whether we have the volume to do it in London before CPI, we'll see. We'll see. No, I'm not, man. Definitely not. Yeah, my management point would be here, but no, ideally I'm trying to target much higher. Much higher. Because you have this trend line coming down here on gold. What do we know with these trend line plays is most people try and short these trend lines. We're trying to buy it up into the trend line. So you actually have room much higher here today. I would like to see if we can get an entry and hold it for like a good 2-3 hours maybe. Can you break down gold? No, I don't trade gold. Sorry, man. Maybe next time. Is this gold? Aaron? Aaron, you in? Aaron? Remember, if you guys are on X as well, you want to check out, you want to share some charts. If you guys are on X, I'm on X at the Aaron Trades. If you tag myself, Hashtag London Open at Topstep TV. I'll see your guys' charts as well. So if you guys want to share some trades, look at this. I'm updating here. We'll also update the outcome of this trade. I'm just on there at the Aaron Trades. If you hashtag London Open, tag Topstep TV, I'll see your guys' charts. Come on, Goldie. See if we're gonna get that volume. See if we're gonna wake up here. See if we're gonna wake up, Goldie. Yeah, I mean, getting out of V-up still good. You're just playing the range. Yeah, it's a you know 50 tick range is still good, still good. NQ and gold be moving similar, or is it just me? Yeah, I mean, kind of. Gold had a great breakout. NQ had a great breakout. I can see that. Yeah, these huge. Yeah, this looks very similar. Look at this. You had that big range, same as gold. He had the huge breakout, same as gold yesterday. You had that big range, you had that big breakout. I agree. They're looking very similar. Which is why I don't correlate the two for ideas. Explain oil. Nah, that was probably the best one, to be honest. Explain oil. Is this New York session? And how's the R8? R8 wasn't mine. I just had the R8 for the weekend, unfortunately. I didn't buy the R8. I just had it for the weekend, man. Yeah. It was very fun though. But yeah, I didn't buy it. It was very fun. A fun car for the weekend. Back to the Fiesta now. Yeah, back to the Fiesta. Back to no car. Yeah, it's a blast. Yeah, it's so much fun, man. It's so much fun. Very, very, very fun car. Very fun car. I actually had a Fiesta. Did its job for a good few years. They drive on the left or the right? Opposite side to Australia. Right. Oh, I had to think about that. Yeah, it was very weird to drive in Europe at first, but now it's fine. What do you drive now? I don't have a car. I don't own a car. I don't even have a car. Who am I to talk? I don't even own a car. England is the same as England driving the same side as Australia. Just Europe where it's different. Pull the trade, yeah. Okay. Come on, Goldie. Where's the volume? Where's the volume, Goldie? We're gone to sleep here. Goldie's gone to sleep here, guys. Open to managing soon. I want to give it a little bit of breathing room, but I'm open to managing because you may just get the same entry on the hourly close anyway. Where are we, Goldie? I thought we were waking up here. You got the next 15-minute close coming in the next 5-minute candle as well. You kind of see we're just wicking highs, wicking lows, wicking highs. We're back at resistance, back at support. So ranging is no surprise here, guys. It's no surprise. I'm open to giving it a little bit of breathing room. I just really want to see some volume. I don't want to be in this trade for hours ranging. I'm happy to hold the trade if we show me signs of a breakout, but if we just get stuck in here for a while, I will just wait for a higher time frame close. Like I say, I want to hold this trade for a couple of hours, but I want to hold it because it's making sense to hold it because we're breaking out, not because we're just going sideways. Silver's nicer. Really, let's have a look. It's been happening a lot recently. Silver has definitely been nicer recently. Tag the lows, tag the highs. Yeah, silver. I think silver makes more sense to wait for the hourly, because like there was a huge break back below. I think silver hourly makes more sense. Whereas if you look at gold on the hourly, you know, this was a huge breakout as well, but it is still at nice support. You're bouncing at support, whereas silver support is all the way back down here. Let's see here, guys. 5 minutes about to tag highs and close bearish. I kind of want to just give it. I want to give it a little bit of breathing room. Yeah, I agree, Sean. Yeah, you break back above VWAP, which again we could wait for. You break back above VWAP, you have a 180 tick range to play. It's still absolutely worthwhile. Absolutely worthwhile. Yeah, no, Sean. Yep. What could happen is this 30-minute could close doji. You get that hourly still closing above. Maybe next 30-minute comes down, tags previous 30-minute lows, and then you push. Yeah, true. Because like I say, this 30-minute could easily close doji. That's still going to get the hourly closure above. Next hourly comes down for that bottom wick anyway, and then you potentially push. Let's see. So we tagged lows bullish, tagged highs bearish. Just ranging here, guys. I'm only in this for 1 micro here, guys. And minus a couple of dollars here. Yeah, bearish, yeah. Yeah, I'll make lows in a second. We'll just chop. I don't want to get chopped up here on Friday. I don't want to get chopped up on Friday before CPI. That's when the real moves are going to come here. You're probably going to get the biggest move on gold. Very likely a New York session today. Because you have major red folder news. Let's see. 20 seconds. Let's see. 15's about to close. If we close like this, I'll give it a little bit of breathing room. I kind of want to see how we're going to react around here. We haven't closed above or below yet. Kind of just, you know, not really too much to think or say or do here, guys. You got support here. We got resistance here. I'm going to give it a little bit of breathing room, guys. If it squeezes me out, I lose $30. Who cares? Make back $30 and in a couple seconds with volume later on. 15. Yeah, 15 bit of an evening star. I don't care too much about the 15. 30-minute also tagging highs. Holding resistance. Hourly. Yeah, see, hourly's still looking alright. Hourly's looking okay. Again, if this hourly closes bullish, next hourly could still come down for that bottom wick anyway. Let's have a look. NQ. Silver also back down. Remember, guys, silver for hourly fake outs on silver. NQ holding VWAP, looking like NQ may get lower. You came back up, retest that VWAP, had a bit of a pullback. Gold is asleep this morning. Goldie's asleep. Where's the gold buyers gone? Oil up. Let's have a look. Oil up. Let's see. Oil. Wow, look at that. Yeah, oil. Wow, look at that. Oil. If gold could do similar to oil, that'd be fantastic. Broke above VWAP, held it, squeezed higher. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Daily holding resistance and support. Yeah, look at that hourly. Big trend line coming. Look at that great trend line coming down. Buying up into the trend line. Yeah, that's very nice. Very, very nice. If gold could if gold could wake up and do the same, that'd be fantastic. Come on, Goldie. Wake up. Wake up and give us something. Nice breakout. Do you ever copy 5 Topstep accounts, Aaron? No, I don't, man. I don't. I trade multiple Topstep accounts, but I don't copy them. I keep them all separate. I focus on building other ones in the background. Yeah, hashtag slow markets. Yeah, hashtag slow markets. It's supposed to be London Open. But no, I trade multiple accounts, take multiple payouts, but I never copy trade my accounts. Taken some amazing payouts this year. No, I don't copy trade. Look at this. These are the payouts for the year so far. None of this is from copy trading. I just prefer to keep them separate. I prefer to keep them separate and just trade them individually. It's what works best for me personally. Like I'll trade an account. This main account, I'll build it up to like 3,000-4,000. Cool. Take a payout. Focus on building up another account. Do the same thing again. I never really. I have copy trade accounts before, but I don't really like to. I prefer to keep them separate. What are we doing, gold? Are we going up? Are we going down? Are we going sideways? Where is the volume? Yeah, I say to you guys, well, if you want to start taking multiple payouts from a good couple of accounts, well, I honestly recommend keeping them separate. Yeah, definitely add. Yeah, you could add if the hourly confirms the move for sure. If hourly closes back above, yeah, definitely. I'd want to see a bit more of a breakout than this though, to be honest, because you're just holding support, holding resistance. So I'd want to see more of a breakout than this. Yeah, exactly, YOLO, exactly. All right, YouTube guys, I'm going to wrap up here, guys. We're jumping on trade review. We do trade review in the mentorships every Friday, which we're going to jump on and do right now. So I'm going to let this gold trade play out. You guys know my targets for the day. I'm looking to buy gold up into 4,800 into the New York session. If we don't push from here and I take the $30 loss, that's fine. Once we restart closing back above, I'm going to look for an overall bigger picture long today for price to come back up into that trend line and come back up to retest 4,800. I'm not really too interested in downside today on gold. If things change, we'll see. But ideally, I want to be a buyer here on gold. This is my entry, guys. I'm not really going to touch it. May take the small break even, but I'm not really going to do too much here, guys. So I appreciate you taking some time to tune in. We'll be right back again next week, guys. We've had some amazing calls on gold this week, and we will see what we get next week on gold. Like I say, if you guys are next, you want to check out the page, I'll try and post some updates there as well. Just the Aaron Trades, and I'll see you guys same time again next week. We'll do it all over again. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.